Interesting facts about zebras. In fact, zebras are not just striped horses, they are quite different animals, although, of course, they are related to horses. There is still a debate as to why evolutionary processes have made the coloring of zebras black and white, although it is already reliably known that, at least, it saves them from tsetse flies, which carry the terrible sleeping sickness. These flies simply do not see zebras, not perceiving the flickering of black and white stripes with their eyesight. That is why locals in many African countries are engaged in selection and crossbreeding zebras with horses, because the striped offspring have better protection from tsetse flies. Facts about zebras. Zebras have a very developed sense of family. Some individuals can form lifelong alliances. And even though there may be 1,000 heads in a herd, they are all divided into small families. The average lifespan of a zebra is 25 years, but in captivity, they can live up to 35 to 40 years. When all the zebras in the herd are resting, several of them invariably stand guard to warn all congeners of the approaching danger. The head of the zebra family is always one stallion, the herd leader. They share a common ancestor with horses and donkeys. These species separated about 4.5 million years ago. The herd can travel 50 kilometers in search of food, but after feeding, the zebras necessarily return to their territories. After birth, the foal immediately tries to stand on its feet, and within an hour it can run at a gallop. In arid areas, small groups of zebras may unite into larger ones and migrate together in search of food. Large flocks of zebras can cover distances of 800 kilometers a year during their migrations. There are 3 species of zebra in the world, and despite their outward similarities, they are no closer to each other genetically than they are to ordinary horses. Zebras are very dependent on water, so they prefer not to go far away from water bodies, to which they must come at least once a day to drink water. Wild zebras are difficult to tame, but a foal raised among humans from childhood can be tamed. Male zebras have sharp fangs that females lack. Males use them during fights with rivals. Because of their sharp eyesight and excellent memory, zebras easily recognize each other by the pattern of stripes on their hides. In fact, the zebra is black with white stripes, not the other way around. The female brings her offspring away from the family group, introducing the family to its new member only after 3 days. This is done to ensure that the baby has time to remember the smell, voice, and coloring of the mother. Each zebra has a unique striped pattern on its body, just as, for example, the stripes on the skin of the tiger. It is the duty of the oldest mare in the herd to lead the entire herd as they move from place to place, and to make sure that the family does not move too far from the water. 2 of the 3 zebra species are listed in the International Red List as endangered species. These animals roll around on the ground in the dust to get rid of insect parasites. Ancient people repeatedly tried to domesticate zebras, but with little success. Because livestock eat grass in the pastures, wildlife is greatly affected. The zebras cannot compete with the growing number of cattle, and their territories are occupied by farmers who grow crops. The zebra's stomach is capable of digesting even the coarsest plant food, which is of little use to other herbivores. During attacks by predators, zebras hide their cubs in the center of the herd. The only continent where zebras live in the wild is Africa. Baby foals are not born with black stripes, as in adults, but with reddish-brown ones. With a special project, scientists from South Africa are trying to restore the extinct subspecies of the zebra, the quagga. Zebras have poor eyesight, so they prefer to graze among other herbivores to hear from them the signal of danger. Most often zebras sleep standing up like horses. Zebras are very timid. Even in zoos it is difficult to approach their enclosure, as the animals immediately run away. Zebra is able to run at a speed of 50 km/h. Female zebras are monogamous, they follow their males throughout their lives. But the males always have a harem of females, not related to each other by kinship ties. Alliances in zebras are for life. It can be broken in the case of the death of the leader, or his expulsion by another male. Zebras have black skin under their fur, which is why many claim that zebras have white stripes on a black background. In ancient Rome, zebras were trained to learn how to pull cards in the circus. Pregnancy in zebras lasts longer than in humans, about 12 months.